Hello, and welcome to Voices in Education. I am your host, Natasha Lee. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to another live conversation. And yes, I can remember we got some questions from, one of our subscribers here on the chat a few nights ago. And, we're trying to figure out who is Kishane Bigger Thompson. Yes, so you realize that we're getting some information. So Kishane is called Bigger, so Kishane Bigger Thompson. And is he a mystery sprinter? How come you're just learning about Kishane? Those were some of the questions asked, and for sure, would love to talk about Kishane in the context too of supporting non-traditionalized schools, in the context of sporting events. So how can we support non-traditionalized schools in Jamaica, and especially the ones without, for example, a good track and field program? What can we do to, ensure that student athletes from these schools are able to shine? And so, Kishane, I would say, is from a non-traditional high school, and that inclusion in the conversation there. And I would love to hear from you. As you enter, please give this live a like, share, and hit that subscription button if you have not yet subscribed to The Voices in Education. Remember, this is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. We understand as well that, we may have varying perspectives, opinions, views, or wonders, and that's totally okay because we bring our own experience and knowledge to this space. And with that, it's the understanding that each of us is unique. So you bring your uniqueness to this space. From that uniqueness comes diversity, all right? And there is so much richness in diversity that allows us to share and learn from each other. So we keep it respectful just to ensure that we are protecting and maintaining our safe space. All right, so welcome, welcome. Comment in the chat and let me know that you're here. So again, we just want you to share this live and come on over, come on over. Please hit the like button so we can help out, one or two community members, and let us have a conversation about Kishane Bigger Thompson. All right. Is he a mystery sprinter? Let us try and break that down this evening. And also in the context of supporting non-traditional high schools. And I'll say for the most part, because, perhaps Edwin Allen, I don't know, I'm just speaking. I'm not sure, but I would want to believe that they have a good track program and they would not be a traditionalized school based on, my understanding. More genius, welcome, welcome. Blessings to you too, all right? Welcome, welcome. So just waiting for this chat to build up a bit more. So if you're here and just tuning in, would definitely love to hear from you and would love to start in the context of having this conversation going. All right. So please come on over. Please share. Please share. And more genius is saying, really talented young man. Indeed, indeed. And again, as I said earlier, there are a few questions about Kishane Bigger Thompson, all right? I do not have all the answers, but I have some information that I can definitely share. And that is what this live is about. And also, how can we support non-traditionalized schools in Jamaica to ensure that, those students are able to have the supports they need to be successful, for example, in track and field. All right. So again, It's a live call in. All right. The WhatsApp number is on screen. So please feel free to phone the number. Would definitely love to hear from you. All right. And don't be afraid. You can be the first one to call in as well. That is totally okay. We love to hear from you. And as you enter, welcome, welcome. Please do the do. So just like, so you're helping a community member to get this notification. And if you're new to the space, let me know in the chat. All right. Let me know in the chat. And welcome, welcome. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscription button. All right. I'm just here. Please, guys, remember to hit the like button and let's talk about Kishane. Again, we're on Thompson Things. If you know, you know. All right. Thompson Things. All right. So I'm just watching the chat here and I should be watching the phone. Let me just see if everything is looking good. All right. So I'm just waiting for someone to call in. All right. So don't be afraid to call in. And, just let us build this live so I can start, sharing the information, spilling what I have. All right. As you join to, let me know where you're tuning in from. Jamaica, are you here yet? Canada, USA, Guyana, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. How about Suriname, St. Lucia, UK, Roger, good night, good night. Guyana is present. Guyana is here. Hello to the people of Guyana. Hello, hello, hello to you. I hope you're all doing well. So hello to all the people there in Guyana. All right. How about Antigua, Bahamas, Barbados, Greenland, BVI? Are you here? And I see that the live is building up. So as you come, just like and share. All right. That is important for us to grow and expand. So like and share. And if you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscription button. If you're new, please let me know in the chat. All right. So come on over, come on over. Roger, how are you doing? All right, so Roger is saying, I like Kishane. He will be a good sprinter with good handling of coaches. So Roger, you can definitely call and, we can start talking and we can talk more about that. Hello, Lock Raven. Hello to you, love. And USA is here. All right, so persons, just remember to like and let's keep on sharing. All right, let's keep on sharing. So I am getting a call here. Hello, caller, you're live. Hello, caller. Hello, caller, you're live. All right, not sure what's happening with that caller there. So caller, you can definitely phone us back. Definitely love to hear from you. All right, so again, welcome, welcome, welcome to this live conversation. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Would love to hear from you. All right, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me try and return this call to see if the caller will pick up. All right, so not getting through to that caller. So welcome again. If you're just tuning in, welcome. So Roger is saying he impressed me. All right, awesome there. Awesome. Welcome if you're just tuning in. Remember to hit the like button, all right? Hit the like button, also share, and let's get this conversation going very soon. If you'd like to call in and just share, we could start out by just sharing, what are your views on Kishane, given what you have seen or what you know so far? What are your views? You can definitely call in and share. You can also share in the live chat if you're more comfortable sharing there. What are your views of Kishane Thompson? All right. What are your views so far based on what you know or what you have seen? All right. What are your views? And, what can we do to support non-traditional high schools, or we can put it to high schools in general. So Roger, if you'd like to call and tell me what is happening there in Guyana in the context of preparing students or student athletes to go on the big stage, for sure I would love to learn from you in the context of what is happening there in Guyana. All right. Or in the US, if you're here, because I see US represented here. Jamaica, are you here? Roll call, roll call. Let me know if you're here. And again, we can just start by, you sharing. What are your views of Kishane? And now we know that he's referred to as Kishane Bigger. So Bigger Thompson. All right. And is he a mystery sprinter? What do you know? What are your views of Kishane? All right. Remember to like and share so that we can get this conversation going. All right. So remember to like and share so that we can start this conversation. And for sure, we're going to start. All right. So if you'd like to share in the chat, what are your views of Kishane Thompson so far? All right. Would definitely love to hear from you. All right. So not seeing any comments there in the chat just yet. All right. But what I can perhaps say is that most persons, and I guess I could say that some people, or most, perhaps not too sure here, kind of started learning about Kishane at the national trials back in Jamaica. All right, so the national trials there back in Jamaica. So when he clocked, 9.91 seconds, right? In his heat, right? But did not show up for the semifinals the following day. All right, so perhaps that is something that started to, I guess, puzzle a lot of persons in that context. So we can start there if that's your starting point. So Lock Raven is saying here, it was an impressive run. It was very shocking that he was that close to Coleman. What did he run? I guess at the trials. So at the trials, he ran 9.91. I believe that's what he ran at the trials, right? But he did that in the heats, all right? He did that in the heats, and he did not show up for the semifinals. So for his semifinals, he did not show up. So that was a bit puzzling for persons, and who is this mystery person? Like, you ran sub 10 and then you do not show up for the the semifinals. who are you? What is happening here? All right. So those are some questions there, in that context. But what the coach, so by the way, Kishane Bigger Thompson is coached by top coach Stephen Francis. So Kishane is part of the MVP track club. All right. So Kishane, MVP track club. So Kishane is an MVP athlete and coached by the great, all right, Stephen Francis. So what had happened, pretty much, Stephen Francis, the coach, explained that, hey, you saw 9.91 there, but for the malfunctioning speakers, he would have, gone faster. Again, that's another like, wow. Okay, so as a coach, you were expecting him to go faster. But what we later learned was that running that one race at the trials was the plan. So apparently the coach has a plan in place to manage Kishane Bigger Thompson, all right? So let me just take this call. Hello, caller. You're live.
Yes, good night. No education in sports, Jamaica. This is Roger here.
Hi, Roger. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. I was trying to, just make a contribution. As I don't know much what's been happening before with the guy Kishane, but so far with him that I've seen in terms of watching him performing, I think he has a far way to go. But with some of the callers I heard who said that he's injury prone, I'm not too sure. But I think with good management, good coaching and good management, just like how you will have good management in terms of Elaine, they're trying to balance injury with not to overwork some of the great athletes, because many of the great athletes are upcoming athletes or great sprinters. If they're not managed and being coached the right way or correctly, you'll always find that after a time they start to do the wrong things. I would say they will start to do the wrong things, and they just fall back and not producing that fire in them. But I think for what I've seen, I think it's 9.899. I think it's 9 something he did the other day.
985.
And 985, right? 985. And I think that was awesome for Jamaican, and he wasn't even in the Budapest lineup, and to know that he did this only the other day with that type of score there, I would say, or it tells something that Jamaica has a lot of potential there, standing and waiting. It's just to nurture them, get them in the right hands, and I'm sure they will meet that potential. As you know, I always say Jamaica always produce some of the greatest athletes, and as you know, Jamaica has world record holders, and their program. I don't know the program that you guys use over there, but you guys' programs are very effective. You have some great coaches. They know work. They have worth in what they're doing. So I think other countries or other islands should take example from you guys over there, and produce some great athletes. But for the entire Caribbean, there are a lot of great athletes. In terms of Guyana, we have the Athletics Association in Guyana. So far, we have some very good youths We have some very good youths. We have this girl, Tiana Springer. She won gold the other day at the Commonwealth Youth the Commonwealth Youth Games there in Trinidad and Tobago. She did well, even with the I think they did well also with the 4x4. The Youth Commonwealth Games, Guyana gained gold, and I want to say congratulations to Tiana Springer. She did well in the 400 meter. We have another good guy by the name of Emmanuel Archibald. He was in Budapest, but he won his heat, his first heat in Budapest. But when he went to the semifinals, he didn't get through there. But the time that these guys put out, they need to improve on the timing. And as I said, because of the coach, I don't know what coaching program they use, but we need to look also at the other islands, what coaching program that even Jamaica, take example from Jamaica or America, some of the top sprint, sprinters or the sprint, the great sprinters are around the world, and see what they're doing, what they're using, the coaching method, and apply it. What is lacking. But in Guyana here, I think the support, I think they need more support in terms of the corporate sponsors. I would say corporate Guyana, although the government of Guyana may help, but then again, there are many other ways that businesses, I think, could come in and help, to promote, help to build, help to do great things. So we have a track in Guyana here, which we call the Lenora track, where many of the athletes, go and train. But sometimes it's not always open to all the athletes. So Guyana is 83,000 square miles, and it's very far to reach in many parts of Guyana. So they need to build more tracks here in our country, so that I think that more athletics can be, open up to more, more of our Guyanese athletes. But we have some great talent coming up in Guyana here, some very great talent, but just that they need that coaching and the ability to go there and perform. Because many of the other athletes, I think they got a coaching from, some of they got scholarships, I think, from out of Guyana. It helped them in their preparations for bigger events or bigger things to come. But as I say again, the Jamaicans doing well, and others, I think, need to take example from Jamaicans and the Americans and move ahead. But Kishane, I think, will do well in the future. He's a great inspiration, and I love Kishane, Hakeem, and Civil.
Right.
These three are the future Jamaica sprint team, I think. So thank you.
Okay. So thanks for sharing that. I have a question for you. So in Guyana, do you have like a high school meet where high schools compete against each other, like, in track and field, like with varying track and field events?
Yes, we do have we have nationals. We call it nationals, where all the athletes from all over, all the schools, all the regions. Guyana is divided into 10 administrative regions, just like how you guys may have.
Parishes.
I think you guys have parishes, right? Right. We have in Guyana, we have 10 regions. And most times you'll always find that they have athletes from different regions. All of the best athletes from different regions come together, and they will have coaching programs in every region. But some regions may have a stronger coaching program than some. Where I live in Georgetown, Guyana, you'll always find that the coaching program is more stronger.
Because that's the capital, right?
Yeah. So you'll always find that most times that the Georgetown athletes or the runners always excelling more than the other outskirts athletes. But we do have a nationals. We do have we call it nationals. We're all from different regions come together and have a big event. And when I have a big event now, from there, that's how they pick the best of the best.
Oh, to
And that's
represent
how
the
it happened.
country. Okay. So like at the school level, like high school level or at the primary school or elementary level, do you have like, inter-school competitions?
Yes, they do have inter-school competition. My son all used to do a little running, but he is up on the running now. But I gotta get him back in the running, the athletics things and so right. But they do have it the schools competition where they run. We do have it in October.
Okay.
We do have it in October. We have a school competition. All the different schools come together and have a big competition. Most of the youths, you'll always find that competition. From that competition, you'll always find that they always have many of the great athletes or the youth athletes come together and produce some great runners during that period. So they have a program for that where all the schools come to. Most of the top schools that take part or who enter into that competition take part. And that's what most of you'll always find here in Japan.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So I just
Yeah,
want
and
to
sometimes they'll have sometimes they will have a few track meetings. When I say track meetings, the different clubs, because we have a few clubs in Guyana from different outskirts areas who if they have a track meet, they will come together to compete in that track meet. And from that now, they will see who excel to be who's the champion of that track meet. And from then, according to the timing, they have a national so that they can, to create a time to qualify for the international level. Because I know, especially when it comes to the qualifying mark for like lane standards and so.
Yeah.
Those are. I think you have to. I think it's about 11. I think it's got to be around 1100 meter, sub 11 or I think around that, right? So they have a qualifying mark though. So once you meet that qualifying mark, that's how they qualify for the competition. That's how they not get picked for the competition. So that's to represent Guyana or represent our country. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing some good information there, and I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much, man. Thanks. And thanks for having me again.
Oh, as always. So you're welcome to call anytime.
Yeah, thank you. No problem. Yes, I'll keep on listening and be in the group. Same time, I'm watching cricket at the same time.
Oh, all right. All right, so that's
Okay.
Roger there from Guyana, and I want to say hello to Tiana Springer and Emmanuel Archibald. All right, hello to you there from the Voices in Education. All right. So just want to big you guys up there on doing a fantastic job for your country, Guyana. All right. So again, hello to you, Tiana Springer and Emmanuel Archibald. All right. Hello, hello. Let me just go back to the chat a bit. And more Genius is saying just like the live. Thank you so much. And guys, please remember to like, share, and hit that subscription button. We did not make it to the 1K subscription, so we can do it today. All right. Today is another day. And KJ. Okay, KJ, thank you. KJ saying remember to like and share, guys. All right. So some great conversation there from Roger in Guyana, and for sure learning so much, about Guyana, sports and education. Now know that, the country is divided into 10, not parishes, but I believe administrative. Okay, I missed that second word, but similar to how we have parishes in Jamaica, there's, 10 administrative. Yes, missing that word again. But Roger, you're in the chat, you let me know. And so, Roger was sharing that, in Georgetown, the capital, in terms of athletics, you'll find it, stronger there. But as opposed to, other places, it might not be so strong. So sometimes, athletes, they might not be able to come where they have, one track to practice, and kind of similar to Jamaica. All right, administrative regions. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so, and again, we're having a conversation about Kishane Bigger Thompson, this so-called mystery athlete or sprinter. All right, so we were in the context of sharing, we're at the place where we're talking about the national trials, where Kishane showed up, ran in the heats, and clocked, I believe, 9.91 seconds. And that came as a surprise. What came as a surprise was when he did not show up for the semifinals, all right? So, that was a bit puzzling for a lot of persons. But even when he did that, 9.91, his coach at the time, Stephen Francis, was saying that, he could have gone faster. It's just because those speakers weren't working properly, so he did not hear the starter. All right, so what has happened really was that was the plan. Based on the coach, that was the plan for Kishane to run just that one race, right? So because he is prone to injury, right? And I guess he has some injury that they're trying to manage. Not sure what that is, not sure what injury is prone to, but they're managing that. So that's a part of their strategic plan, I guess, or their strategy in terms of moving forward. So what Coach Francis had said was that, okay, that's the plan. He's going to do one race here, but he would have been available. So he would have been available for the relays in Budapest, if the J3As needed him. All right, we did not see him run in Budapest. And again, that would have been another question why he was not running, given that, the coach said he is available. All right, so we saw him there, right? And, like, no, you see me, no, you don't, that kind of thing. All right, so we saw him there in Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica, at the national trials. Then the next time, I believe, yes, the next time we saw him was in China. Yes, in China. So we saw Kishane in China, and I guess a lot of persons were, okay, Kishane Thompson is in the race. That's fine. But he ran and clocked a massive PB of 9.85. I mean, when I looked at the race, his top end speed was like, I don't know if he kind of got up late or what, because again, I do not really have much experience or knowledge, or, just viewing Kishane. Hello, Keisha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So in that context, right, I was like so amazed, like Kishane Thompson. And I'm like, okay, Thompson things again. And so it was so fascinating to just see. And then, there were the questions. So right now, Mr. Duncan's, Kiwi, if you're here, let me know, and we want to hear from you. So there were, questions, being asked. Who is Kishane? How was he discovered? Like, was he, participating in champs? How did he just get on the scene? Because a lot of persons were unaware of Kishane until perhaps the national trials, all right? That's when they first saw him. And then, in China, doing that massive PB of 9.85. All right. So when I saw that, I started to do some research. But, while I was doing the research, I could say, okay, I remember I read something that he attended or he was, from Garvey Masio, but I could not put back my finger on that reading. Like, I know that Garvey Masio was in my head and, I tried to like find that. But I continued in terms of researching just to get an understanding of where Kishane is coming from. And if you were on the live, we started doing that. And then I was reporting to you that based on what I am seeing, right, on social media, he has a brother by the name of Kishane Thompson, right? And that brother attended Garvey Masio. So I was saying, you know what? It's highly probable that Kishane attended Garvey Masio High School as well. And so, I was still there checking. Still need to do some further research just to ensure that I am confirming, I can get some, confirmation that, this is true. Like when you do like an experiment and you get something, but you just want to retest to ensure that you're validating your findings or the findings are supported. So you want to check that again. So I was like, okay, let me check this out again. But hello, viewers, listeners, subscribers, hello, community members. I want to report to you that Kishane indeed attended the Garvey Masio High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. All right, so Kishane attended the Garvey Masio High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. All right, so that part of the mystery is solved. At least I can say in terms of high school, he was attending Garvey Masio. I don't know if he went there from first form, as in we'll say grade 7. I don't know if he went there from grade 7 to grade 11, but he was at Garvey Masio High School at some point in his high school days. All right, and he's just about 22 now, so he's not old, very, very young. All right, so that part of the puzzle, all right, we can put that part, put those pieces together there. Also, I have been trying to get some confirmation, still not receiving any confirmation, but I'll just say this. It appears as if he was living in Portland Cottage, Clarendon. All right, it appears as if he was living in, or perhaps still living in, well, maybe he's predominantly in Kingston now, given that he's training at MVP, but I'm not sure. It appears, so I'm just going to leave it there. Can I confirm that? It appears that, he was, there in Portland Cottage, Clarendon. All right, so that makes him a Cuban. So he attended Garvey Masio. That makes him a Cuban. All right, so another question that, Kiwi was asking was, how did they discover him? Was he running? Was he running at champs? So this is boys and girls championships now in Jamaica. And based on the information that I have, he was running at Central Champs, right? Central Champs for Garvey Masio. So he was running there, all right? So Kishane was pretty much a student athlete at Garvey Masio High School, right there in Clarendon. So based on the varying reports, I am going to call it that and confirm that Kishane Thompson was a student athlete participating in Central Champs, right, for Garvey Masio High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. All right, so he was doing the 100, and I'm just going to pull up some information now. I've been just talking from memory there, guys. So let me just go to some information that I have to just share some more context with you, and in the context of perhaps like year now. So in this 2018 Glean article, all right, so this is an article published February 21st, 2018, titled Edwin's Girls, St. Jago's Boys Rule at Central Champs. So I'm just going to scroll down just to the point where Kishane's name is mentioned, all right? I'm just trying to find that. Let me just sift through here. All right, and here it goes. I'm just going to read this part here for you. So it's just pretty much giving us a detail, some context or summary as it relates to Central Champs. So St. Catherine High's Crisano Christie won a competitive Class 1 boys 100 meters in 10.72 seconds ahead of Kishane Thompson of Garvey Maceo 10.74 and O'Dane McPherson of Greater Portmore 10.85. So we see here, right, that Kishane was in Class 1 in the year 2018. So he was running a time of about 10.74 seconds, right? 10.74 seconds. And at that point, he wasn't the winner of that Class 1 event, but that he was placed second in that one. All right. So again, confirming that, you know, he was participating as a student athlete, and here, you know, in 2018 at Central Champs. All right. So that's one there. And I believe I have another article here. Okay, this one is 2019 from the Jamaica Observer. And I'm just going to find, and this is about, I believe, Central Champs again. Let me see here. And if you're just tuning in, guys, welcome. So I'm just sharing the updates that I have about Kishane Thompson, and just trying to clear or, you know, solve the puzzle or put the pieces together, you know, and pretty much say it's not really a mystery, you know. He's here, he has been there, but perhaps, you know, not, you know, well known. All right, so let us just break this down. So I'm just scrolling through this article here just to find where his name is mentioned again. All right, so here we go. Garvey Maceos, Kishane Thompson, and Clarendon College, Rajay Morris could have a say in Class 1 sprints, while Lacovia High's Brian Roach hopes to score points in Class 2. So again, I can confirm that in 2019, Kishane was still in Class 1, all right? So Kishane was still in Class 1 and, you know, pretty much still active as a student athlete representing Garvey Maceo High School. All right, so that's another point there from Kishane. Kishane's name is also listed, right, on the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs in 2015, right, at the National Stadium. So I found this document, and apparently it contains Kishane Thompson, and this was a preliminary round, and he was like fourth. This seemed to be the 200, all right, in 24.89. So this was 2015. I'm trying to figure out which class is this. So this at this time was class 3. So I guess we can call it that Kishane has been attending Garvey Prep since grade 7. All right. So this was 2015 and Kishane was in class 3. All right. So Kishane went to CHAPS. All right. So we just want to confirm that again there. All right, so those are some, updates there, in the context of Kishane Thompson. So when we see this 9.85, it has been something, I guess, in the making. But, as we have mentioned on this channel in previous, conversations, sometimes some of the dominant athletes at boys and girls champs, they do not go directly to the big stage, like, from champs to world championships or to the Olympics and shine right away. Sometimes it's just the ones that weren't really in the spotlight. And there's a lot that can be said about that in the context of, some schools overworking athletes all in the name of points at champs, and then we we see that, like, even with a Christopher Taylor, like, he had so much talent, he's so talented, and not really to have that, transfer to the big stage. Not saying he's not talented on the big stage, but we're expecting, bigger things from Christopher Taylor there. So we're wondering if sometimes they're doing too much all in the name of points there. So those are some pretty much information that I have to share with you regarding Kishane. So Kishane was pretty much a student athlete, and perhaps he had went through all the classes, because I'm seeing things there for class 3, class 1. So I guess he went to class 2 and then class 1, and pretty much, has, I'll say, a good history, track history. All right, he has a good track record. All right, so let me look here. Kishane Gas got a good okay, Kishane has a good background. Not bad, very talented. Indeed, Radra, thank you for sharing there. Yes, guys, so Kishane Thompson is not so new to track and field. New to us, because I guess he was under the radar, but for sure he has been since, I guess, about 12 there-ish, participating in these competitions. So he's not new to the sport. All right, he's not new to the track. And we're happy that, somebody from a country school, from a non-traditionalized school, is, doing good in terms of the times here. And I just want to just highlight that, Kishane clocked a massive PB of 9.85 there in China. All right, so we saw him leaving from 9.91 at the National Stadium to 9.85 in China. But I also want to share some more information with you, because Iran, for example, in the World Athletics Continental Tour, right, in Luxembourg. So Iran there, I'm going to see if I can just pull up the date. I'm not remembering the date right now. So that was not the first time that he was running, right? That was not the first time he was running. So based on that information that I've shared with you, Kishane, he was just under the radar. He has been participating in champs since class 3, class 3. And we saw him in class, 1, participating at Central Champs. So Kishane is there. Garvey Maceo High School, Adventures with Deborah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the conversation. So Kishane, I can confirm based on multiple sources that Kishane attended Garvey Maceo High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. And welcome, Adventures with Deborah. Is this your first time? Let me know in the chat. All right. Carlton, Soji, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bless up yourself, Soji. I hope you didn't miss the details, but I can go back and share. Janet, welcome, Janet, welcome. Welcome. Let me know in the chat if this is your first time tuning in, and just remember to like as you come in, like, and if you're new to this space, please hit the subscription button. So I'm just going to share some more, and then, you can call in and, let me know if you have questions you can ask. If I have the answers, I'll let you know. If I don't, then, hopefully someone on the live might have it, or if not, we'll do our research and see how best we can get that information. So as I was saying, I'm just going to go back to the World Athletics and just share with you some information from about some other international events, or some other events that he has participated in that perhaps some of us are not, knowledgeable about. So I'm just going to tell you. So as I mentioned just now, one of those events was the CAS World Athletics Continental Tour in Luxembourg. And at that event, he did 9.99. So I'm just trying to get the information there for you, just to pretty much, share with you some dates. All right. Some dates here. So for example, he did, well, we know the latest one, the 100 meters, 9.85. All right, there in China on September 2nd, 2023. So just recently. And I'm just trying to get some other events for you. And so that was the latest one, right, in China, 9.85. Then in Jamaica at the National Stadium at the trials there, 9.91. All right, then we have, I mentioned earlier, Luxembourg, we have 9.99. He also ran in Monaco, 10.04. Then at the Jubilee Series, so this is a J3, so the Jubilee Series 2.0, 10.21. So that was at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. And he also did 10.33 there as well. At the MVP Velocity Fest, National Stadium in Kingston. Oh, I should be giving you the dates, right? 20.92. So this was the 200 meters, and this was in April 2022. And Velocity Fest number 9, National Stadium, Kingston. This was 21.23. This is a 200 meters. So this was April 2021. J3 Carifta Trials, National Stadium, 10.56, 100 meters, and this was March 2020. And Digital Grand Prix Final Spanish Town, so this is in Jamaica, 10.47, and this was the 100 meters. So I'm just going to go back to give you the dates again. So China, 9.85. And, this was recently in September there. All right. September, 2nd of September. So this month. And then Jamaica Trials in July of this year, 9.91. In Luxembourg, 9.99, and this was July of this year. All right, so after the trials. Monaco, 10.04, and this was also the 20, so this was the 21st of July. All right, so the Jubilee Series, National Stadium, Kingston, 10.21. This was May 2022. Jubilee Series 2.0, National Stadium, Jamaica, May 2022. MVP Velocity Fest, National Stadium, Jamaica, and this was a 200 meters, 20.92, April 2022. Velocity Fest number 9, National Stadium, 21.23, 200 meters, April 2021. And the Carifta Trials, so at the National Stadium, 10.56, 100 meters. So that was March 2020. And the Digital Grand Prix final, Spanish Town, Jamaica. And that was in March 2019, 10.47. All right, so those are the information there. And I'm just going to go back to you, Rurian. So Rurian, you can definitely circle me back, all right, and connect with me. All right, so that's the information there in the context. So I don't believe it's so much of a mystery, and it's just that he just came, I guess some people say out of nowhere, but definitely it's coming from somewhere. So it's coming from Garvey Maceo High School. Justin, hello, hello, hello. How are you? All right, so Kishane again isn't so much of a mystery. So we pretty much putting those pieces together, and that's the man on the screen there. So those pieces that we put together, that's the man on the screen there. So Kishane Thompson again is coming from Garvey Maceo High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. He was there as a student athlete, participated in, champs, central champs, and so at the Carifta trials as well. Hello, Rurian, you're live.
Hello, Natasha. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not doing too badly. I was there listening to you going through the information, and it sounded like you did a lot of investigating.
I tried. I did some research.
Right. Oh, nice. We found a lot of information on this talented young man. That's really nice that you could find all of this information on him. But I totally agree with you when you say that he was under the radar. And I think one of the things with us as Jamaicans, and track athletes, we follow the crowd in the sense that we know that he ran a good race, let's say at the trials, but because he didn't run in the finals, then that's where we're looking for the athletes to get their medals from. And we can't forget that these guys, this guy did pretty well and didn't turn up. So probably persons were questioning why he didn't come to the final. But after that has passed, then we tend to move along as it relates to the performances. You're gonna think about the top three who's going to represent the country. And I think that's a major part of what caused him to be under the radar, so to speak. And that's that. I think based on what you have been sharing with us too, I heard he finished second, I think, in one of the years in champs. So he was good, but
I believe
probably
central,
not the
like
best.
central champs, or maybe central champs.
Yeah, the central champ. Yeah, so he was good, but not the best. And probably that's why he didn't get the recognition that he was, supposed
Perhaps
to
not
get.
the best at that time in the context of just
The
doing
athletes
those
coming through.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, and Another thing that we must mention as it relates to that too, Stephen Francis is a renowned coach who has been tried and proven too. So the fact that, you know, he's in Stephen's camp, that probably gave him some impetus in terms of his performance. So what I have to highlight too with Stephen Francis, he's good at identifying talent. So I don't know. I think he has an eye for talent because many of the athletes that he works with don't appear to be the best athletes coming through from, let's say, the champs or central champs or wherever. So I'm not sure how he scouts his athletes, but whatever he's doing with those athletes, seems to be working tremendously well.
Yeah, for sure. And the other aspect to this one with Kishane is that Kishane is from Clarendon, Garvey Maceo, and Edwin Allen, big track school. So I would not necessarily put Edwin Allen in this category. But when you think about like a non-traditionalized school that usually, lack support. So for example, a centralized school in Clarendon, those schools that usually lack support, what can we do to support these schools so that we have proper support there? For example, we're talking track and field now. What can we do to help support these student athletes? What can we do? So I'm just putting that to you. What can we do as a country?
Well,
what can we do as a people? What can we do as Caribbean people in general to support our student athletes? What can we do?
oh, it's a good question. It's a good question, and I think the bottom line of it is just the support. Sometimes you don't necessarily have that monetary support, but just by recognizing what these athletes are doing, that goes a far way. And it's kind of sad, especially how let's say Jamaica being a part of the education system in Jamaica, and as we were discussing a few days ago, that students with the talents that are at these non-traditional high schools are, with as they so-called say, they're bought out or taken to the schools who has the necessary programs and facilities, equipment in order to harness their talents. So I think that's a major thing that's happening where the good athletes are recruited by the schools who want to maintain their program, and they often have a good student association which supports them in that regard. It also the business sector participating in that as well. So what you realize is that if you're having a traditional high school, a student who has the talent, who can run, is unable to train because of the facilities. They don't have the necessary equipment.
Sometimes they don't have the shoes like this,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have the spikes to run in and so on. Then if they're going to get all of that opportunity at another school, then they will go. I have heard of situations where their families have also been offered some, monetary or some
compensation package.
Compensation packages for them to come to go to those non-traditional, no, to those established high schools. So it's a lot of variables to it, but it's kind of hard building a culture in a non-traditional high school like that without you being able to retain your talent. Because, as I always say, sometimes you just need one person to do something amazing for a school, and that will inspire the entire, student population. But let's say that student who would do that sort of, all that sort of inspiration is to another school, then that school will never get that inspiration from that particular student. So I think it's kind of similar to how the brain drain works. It's kind of a talent drain kind of system that is affecting the non-traditional high schools. However, if the necessary resources are put in place, the necessary people in terms of support staff is put in place as well, because not all phys ed teachers are able to coach track and field, and we have to make sure that we understand that you know phys ed teachers are not coaches all the time. Not all phys ed teachers go and get their coaching certificate and is willing to coach athletics as well, because that's a choice for them. So if you're going to have a good track team, then you're going to need a good coach and a good support system around those students in that non-traditional high school. But if the resources is there in terms of the monetary aspect of it, where the coach is going to be paid and the athletes are going to be performing so that they can recognize, then they're going to still struggle. So it's what I'm saying is this: if I am a principal and I hire a coach to work with my track team, and my track team is not, my members of my track team is not producing the time so that they are, placing well at champs or central champs or causing some sort of recognition or identification of my school, to show that my school is doing well, then it might be considered an investment that is not worth doing. And I think that's where most of the administrators are heading when they think about this. And I must say this too, when it comes on to sports is an expensive, thing to deal with. So when you talk about a person running, or you might talk about, you can't have a student or students running without, say, them having proper meals. So that's one thing. So a track
Nutrition.
program must have a nutrition aspect to it. And then you think about coaching aspect to it too. And the third, you're thinking about having a gym area so that they can, build the necessary muscles that they need, strengthen what they need to strengthen. And that's another aspect. Plus, you need to have transportation, which is going to be a huge part of it as well, where they need to go to the necessary meets to participate. And that comes with its own amount of cost. So I think when it comes on to athletics in the non-traditional schools, they're going to continue to struggle in that regard, because the schools that are established are going to spot the talents, and they are going to take them to build their track program. So to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to see non-traditional schools rise up to the level of the established or the traditional schools without a strong leader who is visionary and is willing to invest almost blindly into it, to ensure that the students are comfortable and with the hope that they will perform and represent the school very well.
All right, some good points there. And I just want to just say this is with the exception of schools like Edwin Allen. So, all right. So, Ruren, I like the point that you mentioned in the context of, leadership or, school principals and the chairman of the board, because, all right, this is another thing. In Jamaica, each school, has a board. So the board, they make decisions for, their school. All right. So in that context, then because I was going to ask you if you believe, as it, concerns non-traditional high schools, is it a case where leadership is failing, students in this regard? So the established schools, they're able to recruit these talents and, take them because the leadership that, perhaps should be thinking about, education, and it's really how we view education too, because is education solely, about academics? Is education, should be preparing students for the future to become productive citizens, and in what way? So again, if it is that you see the need, and Marky, you have, so these schools, they're going to champs, and sometimes not even gaining a point or getting a 1 point or a 2 points. All right.
Yeah.
So why is it then you are investing somewhat, but not trying to do it in a wholesome way where you can better support students? And you mentioned that it is costly, and then, for some of these established schools, they do have, well established old boys and girls associations, so alumni or past students associations, so that are able to, I guess, support, certain activities. So why is it then? So I have two questions. One, in the context, why are we allowing privilege, to breed more privilege, in the sense where, those students at those established school having the resources, coming out, able to go ahead and, realize, self-actualize, in the sense of, realizing potentials, oops, or, in the sense of, fulfilling, realizing their dreams. So that is one aspect there. Where is the equity, in the sense where we're also considering and supporting students in, schools that really need some support in terms of funding? So I am thinking here in the context of corporate, what are you doing to, kind of level the playing field? And, the next one, in terms of leadership, why are schools not investing in the way that they ought to really support student athletes?
Well, I've never been in administration, but I can share based on my experience with with education. And as it relates to equity, it's never been an equitable thing where schools are, well, to my knowledge, where schools are provided with the necessary funding, especially non-traditional high schools. And as you mentioned, and I also mentioned earlier, the support from the old boys or the old girls, the Past Students Association weighed really heavily on this. So, I'm just going to put this into a little context where, I attend one of these traditional high schools. I participated for one of these high schools, and I got scouted out by a university, a college from overseas, and that has allowed me to establish myself, to become successful, not necessarily as an athlete, but it could be academically as well, or both. Then you will feel a need that that's the school that gave you that privilege, so that you're able to self-actualize as you would. So they feel a sense of loyalty to the school. But when we have the non-traditional schools, we don't have those type of athletes. One, because we don't have the necessary programs in place. One, and two, when these athletes are spotted in these schools, they are moved to the non-traditional, they're moved to traditional high school. So it limits the potency of non-traditional high school to perform at its, let's say, at its best at the championships, and get that necessary recognition that they want or should get. Another thing too is that the image, how a school is presented. Whenever you have champs, then you can hear persons showing their loyalty to their schools. They say, I'm a color this or color that because of the success. people tend to associate themselves with success. And if your school isn't successful, then you realize that the motivation to participate in your school goes down. And you don't necessarily want to associate yourself with those sort of performances and the fact that you're not able to represent yourself well on at the national level. As it relates to administration, I'm not sure how much percent of the budget of a school goes towards sports, and it's kind of sad that enough isn't. Let's not say enough. The facilities or the provisions are not made for students who are sports inclined, especially in the non-traditional high school. Because if that's where your talent lies, then you should, going into a school, then that's what you should be channeled toward. If you're a good athlete, you should have the necessary tools to help you to matriculate to a professional level. But I think for a long time, school has not placed or seemed to have placed a lot of emphasis on sports or in this track and field. So it's in a similar way that the monies are not allocated to the necessary departments so that kids can get the necessary tools that they need. Another thing that I need to mention too as it relates to that is, for example, we don't the necessary tools that kids need to do athletics is not available, let's say in central Jamaica. We don't have one of those well laid out tracks. Apart from in Kingston, you have one I think at the UE Bowl, you have those at National Stadium,
And
and
perhaps
you
at
have it at GC.
GC. Yeah.
We don't have anything like that. We're outside of those places, and I'm not sure if it's on Mobi side. I'm not sure about that, but those are the areas where you get to pick up stuff as it relates to Jamaica to participate in. So can you imagine being a student at a non-traditional high school? You don't even have a block to practice on. You don't even have a track to practice on. So
Well,
you're
some
at a
people don't even have
disadvantage.
a field for PE or for people to
Well,
kick a ball. Eh? Okay.
yes. So to be honest, to be really and truly honest, based on the facilities that are available in Jamaica has overachieved based on what is available to our athletes. And I must say, kudos must go to these athletes for running on grass, barefooted for so long before you get to use the necessary things that would help you or would propel you to do well in track and field. And to work through hunger sometimes, I guess, because if nothing is provided in terms of meals and facilities for you to do your background work in terms of your building your muscles and so on. For Jamaicans to be doing well at, let's say, at the school level, these athletes must be lauded. And the thing is to, as teachers, as educators, we need to facilitate the fact that we'll have students that want to pursue a career in sports. And, in school for a long time, I believe sports is not something that is prioritized.
Well, in some places, in some schools.
In some schools for sure. Yeah, so especially in the non-traditional high school, because sometimes the very teachers discourage the kids and say, "Boy, you're not a run and come anything, so might as well just stay and do it." The motivation. Not many of these athletes lack that sense of motivation that would, you know, push them to do their best and to go after their dreams.
Awesome. Some great points there. Let me just go to the chat. And Justin is saying, hope all is well with everyone. Doing well, Justin. How are you? And this is what sport is all about. especially track and field, when you have a breakout star or breakout talent. Awesome. Kerry, welcome, welcome. Hope you got some of those. Hope you got the information about Kishane Bigger Thompson. So let me know, Kerry. Let me know. All right, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome to this conversation. Please remember to hit the like button. If you're new to the space, welcome to the Voices in Education community. Please hit the subscription button. So in this conversation, we shared earlier some information about Kishane Bigger Thompson, just trying to break down, who this mystery sprinter, according to Kiwi, is. And Kiwi, I was calling your name earlier, so I'm not sure if you heard, but and just trying to answer some of your questions. So let me just give you a quick recap. In the context of Kishane Thompson, all right, Kishane attended Garvey Maceo High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. All right, I will also say it appears, because I was still not able to confirm this, that he was living, or at least lived, or, perhaps he's in Kingston now, at some point in time in Portland Cottage in Clarendon. So appears, all right. So not sure there yet, but I can confirm that, he went to Central Champs, he went to Big Champs, so boys and girls champs, and he also, did some races on the international stage, not on the big stage as we call it here, but in the, for example, continental tour, before even doing that massive PB, clocking that massive PB of 9.85 in China. So we looked at some of the races, or sometimes that he ran, internationally and locally there in Jamaica. All right, so I guess affectionately called Bigger, so Kishane Bigger Thompson. And again, he has been doing, so I guess he was just under the radar. So we put in that puzzle together. So it's not so much of, no, you see, well, I guess some people are going to say, no, you see me, no, you don't. But Kishane as a track record. A track record. Should I say no pun intended, Rurian? All right, so, but for sure.
I totally agree with you.
So he has a track record, all right? We can trace that record. He has a record. He has a track record. All right, so just to get you up to speed. So the phone line is open, and if you have any questions, we're going to wrap up this one a bit earlier this evening, so in another few minutes. So definitely love to hear from you, just about if you want to talk about Kishane, and if you have learned anything new, and perhaps saying, okay, it's not so much of a mystery anymore. I know something about Mr. Thompson now, Thompson things. And you can also share too, what are your views in the context of, student athletes, in non-traditional high schools, and they tend to go there and perform, well, I'll say very well, based on, for example, Antonia Watson, Usain Bolt. Now we're seeing a Kishane Thompson, a Safa Powell, Charlie Mount. So, and just compare these performances to like a Christopher Taylor, who was like a champ star, dominated champs, and we're not really seeing so much of that results, on the big stage like Olympics and world championship. So would definitely love to hear from you. All right, in that context, do you believe that, okay, champs is doing more, I guess, damage to some of these star athletes, in the sense where they're overworked for champs in the name of gaining a point or two? Or do you believe that, over time, the non-traditional high school or the country athletes, they, given what they have gone through, they still have that burning passion, so they have that determination, and given that, that is pretty much taking them along the track, taking them to that finish line in that number one spot. Would definitely love to hear from you. The WhatsApp number is on screen. Don't be afraid to call. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. Would definitely love to hear from you. Kay, we would love to hear from you, you know, because you raised quite a few questions about Kishane Thompson. So I would love to hear from you, Kay. So call. Haven't heard your voice in a while. Definitely call. Would love to hear from you. So would love to hear, you know, if you have gotten some answers this evening. All right, again, welcome. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. Please remember to hit the like button. All right, share, 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 share it like when you share food that you love. Share this channel, share the live. Just ask, you know, friends, you know, family members to come on over and be a part of this safe space. Again, this is a safe space where we can share and learn from each other. We understand that we bring, you know, different perspectives, views, opinions, or even wonders to this space, and that is totally okay. We understand that, you know, each of us, we see things differently based on our experience and knowledge, or we may see things differently based on our experience and knowledge. And so, you know, you bring your uniqueness to this space, and with that uniqueness comes diversity. And there is so much richness in diversity that allows us to share and learn from each other. And we do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space. All right, so welcome. If this is your first time here to this channel, to this community, welcome, welcome. And you can also comment and let me know where you're tuned in from. I know UK is here. I don't know if Jamaica is here, you know. I know that Jamaica is here, but UK is here. I know Guyana is here. US is here. Who else is here? Let me know in the chat. All right, let me know. Or let me know where you're tuned in from. And more genius here is saying, Ale Bros. Okay. Greetings, family. Oh, that's from Kiwi and Justin there. All right, so again, the line is open and would love to hear from you before we wrap up. Kiwi, call me now, please. What's the latest on Kishane? What do you want to know? Call Kiwi, would love to hear from you. We went and looked for some information. You had questions and we got some information. I'm not sure if you were hearing. Let me know. All right, so I'll just wait for Kiwi there, either in the chat or on the phone. And I am checking the Diamond League for Friday. Friday? Yeah, Friday. The list is not yet updated. So again, you know, as soon as that is up and running, I guess they'll have to do that by tomorrow sometime. So I guess tomorrow we can talk about that list. Okay, wasn't here. Okay, just came in. So let me tell you now, just to give you a quick recap. So I hope you're hearing me loud and clear right now. Right there in Duncan, Trelawney. So hello to all the people there in Duncan, Trelawney, Jamaica. Hello from the Voices in Education. So Kishane Thompson, right? For many of us, we pretty much learned about Kishane at the national trials. So I'm going to try and tell the story again. So at the national trials, Kishane showed up for his heat, right? And he won that, I believe, in 9.91 seconds. Wow. A lot of people started to speculate, however, when Kishane did not show up for the semifinals. So for his semifinals, he did not show up. So this, I guess, perhaps was where the mystery started, right? With Kishane. All right, so from there is like, now you see me, no you don't. The next time we saw Kishane was on September the 2nd, I believe, just a few days ago in China. So from 9.91 in Jamaica at the national trials, right, I believe in July, to September the 2nd in China, we saw Kishane clocking a massive 9.85, a PB, right? So there are some questions raised by our friend here in the chat, Kiwi. Like other persons were raising questions, but I know Kiwi, you raised several questions. And so, for example, I think I can recall something like this, how was he discovered? Was he running at shops? All that, some of those questions there. And so we started to pretty much uncover, some information, in one of our live conversation. And so we were figuring more or less that he attended Garvey Maceo High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. Based on reports, multiple sources, I want to confirm that Kishane attended Garvey Maceo High School in Clarendon, Jamaica. All right, that school is located in Southwest Clarendon, specifically Vernon Field. So if you ever heard about the Vernon Field airstrip where they have like those car racing, it's pretty much Garvey Maceo High School is pretty much next door to that place. All right. So that's where Kishane Thompson attended school. And I want to go out and say too that it appears, and this is a strong one in the sense that we saw Kishane participating in class 3, yes, at CHAMS. So I'm going to call it that perhaps he has been attending Garvey Maceo High School since grade 7. I'm going to perhaps say that. Still no big confirmation on that one. But again, based on records and multiple sources, we know that Kishane, ran at Central Champs in class 1. And again, based on, information even from ISSA, we saw his name there listed in heats, running for representing Garvey Maceo High School. So again, that is confirmed there. So pretty much with that, he has been on the track, I guess, since class 3, right? So I guess about 12 there-ish, somewhere there. So in that context, he's not new to the sport. He's not new to the track, because he has a track record, all right? He has a track record. So I also got some information too that, he ran at, international meets and local meets. So for example, he ran at, CAS, World Athletics Continental Tour in Luxembourg. And at that time, he clocked 9.99 seconds. He also ran in Monaco, and he ran in Jamaica, all right, at different events. So again, he's not new, and I'm just going to pull up some of those events back for you just to share with you guys again. So we know the latest one in China, 9.85, and that was just, September 2nd there. And we know about the national trials, 9.91, and that was in July. Also, he did, okay, I talk about Luxembourg there, 9.99. and that was in July this year. So these are the ones for this year I'm telling you about. The next one was in Monaco. All right, he did 10.04 this year, July of this year as well. 2022, we see him in Jamaica at the Jubilee Series doing 10.21. And so this is May 2022. We also saw him there doing 10.33, and May 2022. We also saw him at MVP Velocity Fest here doing 20.92, and this 200 meters, April 2022. April 2021, Velocity Fest, National Stadium in Jamaica, 21.23. And at the Carifta Trials at the National Stadium, we saw him doing 10.56 in March 2020. And the final one here, the Digital Grand Prix Final in Spanish Town, Jamaica, 10.47. And this was in March 2019. And as I read from previous articles that I shared with you, you know, he was at, I believe, Central Champs, you know, 2018. So he was pretty much coming up in the classes there, you know. So in class 1 there, you know, we saw him there. So Kishane definitely has a track record. And so again, you know, he's like from the non-traditional high school. And so we can expect some big things. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you'd like to share in that context, you know, athletes who are pretty much not so dominating at champs, but who are really hitting the stage really big once they go pro, you know, as opposed to the athletes that we saw dominating champs. So, and I mentioned earlier, like Chris Taylor, you know, we love Chris Taylor, but we're not seeing him, you know, in the way that we want to see him at the big stage. So is it that, you know, it's too much going on at champs, or is it that when some of these athletes go overseas, it's just too much for them? So that's the information there. Roger is saying you did a lot of research on Kishane. Fantastic. Awesome. I'll definitely share, you know, research and share with you guys. If I don't know, I don't know. I don't want to mislead anyone. And if I am doing that, you know, I would not do that. But if I accidentally do, my sincerest apologies. But for sure, it's always good to go and get information. And Kiwi saying, great job, voices. Wow, good voices. Kiwi, you're not calling. Let me know. Let me know. Did you get some of your questions answered? So pretty much, so that's the information there. All right, let me just take this call. Hello, caller, you're live.
Hello, hi.
Soji.
Hey, what's up?
Not much, wagwan.
I'm here. Yeah, I just was listening to you. Yeah, as I was saying earlier on, I said, yes, it's good. The man them around them time, yeah, but I can't manage when them around those time and when they go to the championship, them around 10, because none of the American they now do 10, you know. Them around the 9, you know, is the American they have to train to be. Someone then constantly running in the 9s. By running the 9s, anything can happen. But them 10 now go work, you know, when they come championship, you're around 10s. So, but good luck to the kid. Then remember, you know, our first man, supposed to be the first man with go Olympic and World Championship and get medal in the field event, you know, James Beckford. You know, remember it's Ochoas High School, James Beckford went to, you know.
Like the non-tradition. Yeah.
School, yeah, Ochoas High School, you know, he went to, you know, and then he went and go abroad, you know. When he come to champs, he finished at champs, he finished 4th at champs, and he come at neutral life game and win the long jump, because he do long jump and triple jump, and then he stopped until today. He's the one of the Jamaican record in the triple jump.
Okay.
And but he just the triple jump was taking too much of time, so I just say, you know what, I finished with the triple jump and concentrate on the long jump, and he was successful.
Yeah,
He get robbed in America.
I think
When
probably
they give Carl Lewis
Tajay. Okay.
he beat Carl Lewis, you know, but the American, they know how to do something. He beat Carl Lewis when he jumped 26 feet something, you know, and they say, oh, Carl Lewis jumped 26 and a half, and you know, to get rid of because Carl Lewis did last, but they come and shake it on, you know, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So sometimes non-traditional school them was doing good, because even a girl that Canberra used to go was going firm court, and now she's at Idle. Well, Idle have a very good 400 runner. I know this year you can look out for Gabby, someone that time. I remember what she named, but she good, you know, young athlete still. She sit out a year at champs this year.
Okay.
They're on.
Because of the transfer.
Yeah, the transfer, yeah, but this year you can look out for, you know, Canberra, Abigail Canberra.
Okay.
You can listen out to see, because she gonna dominate a 400 runner. Very good 400 runner. I think Dockery is ahead of her, but she and Dockery will fight out for that 400 runner. Because I see Dockery mature, and they're gonna come good in class 2 this year. I think they sit out a year in class. She sit out a year in class 2, so I think she's gonna take class 2 this year. It's gonna be a very good race with them next season, next year. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, lots to look forward to.
Yeah.
Lots to look forward to.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I was talking to me and Kim them last night, and they was asking the one who said what name Thompson. She said some of my cousin Thompson come from Clarendon too. But I tell her, I said, I don't know. Only she could or the father could tell you.
Where in Clarendon?
Say we can never ask.
Oh.
Well, my dad, people them come from up in Clarendon, in a place in a countryside named James Hill, you know.
Okay.
Up north. Yeah.
Okay.
James Hill. So which side you from? Down in Thompson Town?
Not because we did Thompson, I give me Thompson Town, you know.
Yeah.
I'm from the south. So Veer,
okay.
that side, yeah.
Oh, you're the Veer side. Oh, yeah, come down Veer one time, I see them a dance, could say the Indian people.
Yeah, yeah, okay, good. Yeah.
Did you know that Veer, what part of Veer was one of the parish back in the days?
I think so.
Yeah, because it was 22 parish in Jamaica, you know.
Until we break it down.
We break it down, yeah, man. And Jews and those history and support, yeah. But as you said, the guy running good, and I hope he continue. I want him to continue the same way, improving. That's when he go inside the race, we're looking to see one of these guys and say, okay, yeah, the race is between Jamaican and American. So we have 3 good runners from Jamaica is flying. So, well, I don't hear anything about Bawaji.
Well, apart from the news the other day that he signed with Adidas, so hopefully yeah.
Oh, okay, he signed a contract with Adidas.
Yes.
Okay, that's good then. I know that he was supposed to get a contract signed before he picked up that injury. And a guy was saying he shouldn't go to the Commonwealth game, and not Commonwealth game, character. So he should leave all the character because he don't have anything to prove, and come to the national trials and see what he can do. You know, but he did pick up that injury and come back, but you know, he's never. But you see, for the men so far, the Jamaican men's, they're looking good. The youngster that's coming through the ranks, looking good, because There's this other guy that's only what's the actually they use on 200 meters. He's improving each time I see him run because the guy car, you know. See, he's a good runner too, you know. I was watching him on Bawaji and him coming from class 3 coming up for Kingston College. But as you was talking to someone about why we don't have more athletes, that's why you see in the Urgles, why these other schools cannot win champs or champs, you know. They don't have some of these schools don't have any Urgles. They don't have no pole vault. So they don't even have a proper long jump pit.
They have a pit. They don't have any. They don't have anything.
They don't have anything. So what should happen is, like when some of these schools going to come to get some of these athletes, they should have a system down here. Like they said, okay, since as you're coming to take this guy from one of my athletes from my school, you have to donate something back to the school. Either they say, all right, we set up a long jump pit for you. I will set up something for you to do a pole ball that's other kids can take part, because when you check notice, maybe Kingston College and a couple other school can and almost they can take part in pole ball. No one else can do that because they don't have the equipment then.
Right.
GSC and those school, you know.
So you say it's a trade-off for a trade-off. So give me, if you want my student, then it should not just be between the parent and the receiving school.
Right.
Okay.
So something they should come up with something like that, and things would better. But I think where the JTA or the ISA stopping the Africans them from come to Jamaica, you see, and a certain age group. I think it is a setback, you know, because since those kids start to come to Jamaica, Jamaica start to have some good distance runner taking part, reaching, so like they can reach somewhere now. Both boys and girls them have some following up. So you need athlete to build yours. Because in Jamaican athlete go to America and build American athlete, let them get better.
Yeah.
So I think we should do some continue with those things. But as I said, because even that girl, you know, that came to Jamaica, that girl that
Alfred.
I think she finished 40. Right, she finished 40 in the 100 meter. Yeah. She came from abroad and from the Caribbean island and went to St. Catherine.
Yeah.
And so these a guy that run for this country, she went to Monroe. So these type of things is good for some of the athletes them. So the Jamaican athlete them, when they go abroad, back in the days they used to, but it's a true person get to understand what America, Canada, England is now. Because people are frequent traveling now. So they're not interested like first time, because first time a person as a guy leaves school, why they want to go to America to go to school. When they go to America and start to go to school and see different lifestyle, they just put them running.
Yeah.
They put them running and go on to different stuff. Yeah.
So Soji, do you believe that there's too much emphasis on champs as opposed to thinking about the future in terms of, you know, the spin-off or how further we could have gone if we're not trying to think about championships in terms of, you know, KC Calabar or Edwin Allen Idle, Edwin Allen Homewood, or, you know, that kind of aspect? Do you believe that we need to look beyond that in terms of pretty much how we are preparing these student athletes to possibly go pro?
Okay, yep. I'm gonna answer that question. Have you remember back in the days when Jamaica College, when Michael Clark was at Jamaica College, and they have the Rudolph Mighty, the Kenyan, all those guys. Where are those guys from?
Yeah, I forgot school me on that one, Soldier. Kind of remember Michael Clark, but school me. Me there class now. But me not there back at class no people. Me have subject.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. When you have MacGyver, them running ergos, you have Rudolph Mighty at Jamaica College, Kenya, Blacks, and those guys, those guys running for Jamaica College. When those guys running when they was running the 4x4 Rudolph Mighty, that 4x4 team was so running the schoolboy running some record time in 3 minutes 06 back in those days, beating up the GC faster than beating up the big man team, that schoolboy team. And everybody was saying that team gonna be so great, and these boys gonna be so good. Where are those guys? All the England and all those guys was so magnificent when they go in school. But what happened to them? They burn out at champs. Burn out at champs. You know, they burn out when they come, they don't see Thomas Mason, all those boys, all them just fade away. So many good athletes back in the days. Even the all right, away from that time, you did have the Veer team was coming through with the Ines Turner them and those girls. Where they are, champs. I don't hear not when those girls running distant. Nobody could get around them. No one. You have Katrin Scott, all those girls, Arlene McIntosh, all those girls from Vietnam with those magnificent girls in those times. Where are them? Not one of them come true. Those girls, when they come champs, that's Edwin Ali was just coming up. Have a girl named Jackie at the time. That time you have Nicole Mitchell. Well, Nicole Mitchell went come to Ulmas and she did go to a world championship. I think she get a bronze medal. But those girls was flying in those days. No, you don't hear anything of them. Julian Russell are from Campion. Those girls was so magnificent. Where are they now? None of them come true that you can say, yes, you can name one of them and say, okay, this girl was good and whatsoever. It was just Merle Natty, the same old Sam Merle Natty and Juliet Cuthbert, them there, and then Michelle Freeman come through the ranks, make the team as a school girl and so on and so forth. Beverly McDonald never too bad she got championship until Veronica Campbell come rise. Veronica Campbell take the thing to a different level. That's why I say she's a legend.
Yeah.
You know, Veronica come and take it to a level, and then all those guys, nothing I hear about. The boys them is away from Usain Bolt, you and Blake, them and these guys. None of the other guys come through the run can do anything. Not one. None of them. They come and they come to Jamaica chairs and run. They go to America at school, and some of them who go to America at school, they burn them out in America because I don't know why they run them so much.
Yeah, and the NCAA circuit, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I was telling you the other day, but you comfort me when I was telling that I'm worried about Brianna this time, but you say Brianna is a good coach.
Yeah, you have a good coach, and Mr. Bennett really monitoring her still, so she in good hands. But the problem is the American team, why I cannot understand. The American athlete, they improve. We see that Edburn, the Jamaican athlete, out on the circuit and save their athlete. Because you have to wonder how their athlete go when they go to the championship, they're running good and still winning, and our athlete that cannot win.
Yeah.
You know, so it's 61.5 dozen there because even the girl, Kevona Davis,
yeah.
If Shelley did decide she was gonna run, she would make a Jamaican team.
Yeah.
For the 200 meters.
Yeah, get that for sure. Yep.
Yeah, and the other girl that was supposed to be the girl that runs for America that never went. So That's how she make it, and she was so talented at Edwin Allen. But then that's when so it go. But you see, I have to give Stephen Francis credit when he come back and Michael Frater leave from America because they did migrate to foreign, leave from America and come back to never come back to Ulmas, but come back to Jamaica. Decide he going to train with this coach, and they decide that they're going to keep their athlete in Jamaica because Bolt was used to be with Steve Francis first. You
know. Okay.
Maybe you never know that.
No.
Yeah. And right, and then Bolt go leave and go to
Mills.
Glen Mills, yeah. But Glen Mills definitely is a natural, just know how to produce sprinters. Because as I said, Camperdown from Camperdown, he produced some good athlete, and he shop around good because when those men shopping around for athlete, they pick up, they can go in a primary school and see a kid from primary and know this kid gonna be good. Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Let me just look at the comments here, Soju, real quick.
Yeah.
So KW saying if you go to a high school that is chasing champs to victory and you dominate at champs doing multiple events, you won't dominate at the senior level. Your body will be overworked and overused. These kids' muscles give way to injuries because they're lifting weights too early and overtraining for too long. Also running too many races for the year. And I guess you're talking with Bawaji here. Is Anders should not have allowed him to go to Carifta. He already was, I guess, going to sign to Adidas. The top high schools in Kingston go to the parish champs in each parish and recruit. Also, they recruit from the All-Island Primary Champs that is kept every year in Kingston. A lot, I guess, will get scholarship, and I guess some go overseas. Most of them got scholarships. The Turners, I guess, represent Jamaica a few times, then faded. Do you know about the Turners, Soji?
Yeah, that's what I remember. I just said about Ines and
okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I just
Awesome.
said about it. And you have a little girl named Claudine Williams. She make the Jamaican team at age 15, go to the Olympic and make it to the quarterfinal. That time ladies used to run heat and quarterfinal at age 15, and she was that good.
Mm-hmm.
And I never hear anything about her again. She was, I was Olympic that was, again, I don't remember if it was in the 80s, but she went to the Olympic game. And her name was Claudine Williams. A lot of person maybe don't remember, but she was that good. Yeah, the Ines Turner, I think they come from somewhere up in St. Anne and Clermont, but they went up here. Because that time, most school, like in Clarendon and those days, the school they used to go around and buy athletes. So a kid going up to school and want to go to high school. But that's sure that the high school them in those area not doing a good job. That's why they're not performing. So that's why I have to give those school credit who go around and get the athlete and build their school. Because why? Okay, it's when they come from Westmoreland. The other girls come from, the next girl come from St. Thomas. So why those schools in St. Thomas never buy those girls and Mannings and those schools from and Froome? If they're coming to champs and they want to perform good, they should get some of these girls. So that's why I said to person, if you have in a school, a big school in Jamaica, if you have a proper PE teacher and can spot talent, you can find talent there. Because
but as I said, soldiers sometimes the schools, they don't have the resources. Sometimes they don't even have a feel, like just one feel for putting them run fun. And then the leadership of the school, sometimes they don't believe in those things.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
we come down to the leadership at the school from the principal. Yeah, that's true. The principal have a lot to do with it.
The board,
because
yeah.
the coach can, the board, but the board and but the board starts from the principal, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a principal don't believe in certain things, there's nothing at all you can do. Because back then, yeah, that's the coach, that's Pat James Beckford. If you know where Ochware School is, there's no field up there, it's a little baby field, and they have a little running pit that they jump into out there. But a little, not even, no track, no running cannot take place. They have to go to different places to have their sports. And that man spot that kid out there jumping, right, having class PE with him. So you have to give some coach, some PE teacher credit.
Yeah,
you have to give some PE teacher credit, you know. That's why you see, back in the days, when you have the Doncaster Cup school, you have to give principal like Enos Barrett at Dintil, the Clarendon College coach, the VEER coach, the VEER principal, those principals back in those days, they go around and buy the best footballers them from around the other school every second. Because you have to realize why some schools used to dominate, you know, and they cannot do it now, you know. Remember the secondary school, all them turn over to high school now, you know. So
yeah,
they're not feeding those schools again.
yeah, everybody trying
They're
to
not,
build, especially I see that happening with, like, all right, as a country girl, I see that happening with D Cup, like the Costa Cup, where you see the football, yeah, getting better for sure. So agreeing with you there.
Okay. Well, when you look at it, those schools like Lena, all those schools away back in the days in Clarendon.
Yeah,
you have the high school in Clarendon, back in the days in Clarendon was, maybe you come from Clarendon, no, they didn't know that. Didn't you know that Edwin Allen's name was Frank Field first?
Yeah, man.
Before he named to Edwin Allen?
Yeah, man. Okay. Come pray.
you have Frank Field, you have Clarendon College, you have Glenmore, and you have VEER. And then I hear about Garvey way after. I don't know what time that school was. I hear about Garvey way after, before I started hear about Garvey. Those was the school then.
CC.
Back in those days. I thought Clarendon College.
Oh, you call Clarendon College already? Okay.
Yeah. So those was it. And you have in Zone C at that time, you used to have Clarendon College, Glenmore, VEER, Frankfield, Dintil, Firmcourt, Yarcastle. And the winner of Doncaster Cup coming from Zone C.
Mm-hmm.
Back in those days, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Back in those days, the winner coming from Zone C. You have 3 teams and anyone out of the 3 can go through, and the winner coming from there. Either Dintil, VEER, Clarendon College. That's where the winner was coming from in the 70s to the early 80s. But as I said, when they stopped the principal have a lot to do with the schools. And they used to go around, and the coach, they go around, and you have people used to bring players to the high school back in those days.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because you have some good athletes where I tell us some youth, there are some athletes where Jamaica never get to see. That used to go to some secondary school.
True.
That was outstanding and never get a chance to go to high school. So they just get lost. They just get lost. It depends on where you're from. Because you have some guys in the country, very talented. But what happened? No one see them. You have to go to town to see them. And our Jamaican team used to pick back in the days. They were just looking at the high school athlete, and they were looking at the secondary school athlete back in those days. If Thomas Mason, those guys never get by, come from secondary school to St. Diego, no one would see those kids. And they was looking at like having a secondary champs back in those days. So a lot of athletes get blown away by the wayside in Jamaica. If Linford Christie never left to England, nobody would know about him. At the school he was going to, he would just get lost. And he continue work on himself in England and come and be a star. So what we need to do, what Jamaica athletics is really on the rise. And the difference with athletics now, I don't know if it's going on out there where the primary, well, it was always, but the primary and always they used to have they call it intersports, where they school them from the zones, they meet up and then they pick the teams from those areas, and then they went to the parish, and then they go to the parish and the parish league, and then they go to DA sports, So those type of things, and you have some man back in the days used to have some SDC used to go around and have sports and carry people to Miami Classic, and that the guys used to get scholarship from even those meet. So Jamaican athletics really it's on rise, and I have to give Issa credit because Issa they can promote one second.
All right, so let me just.
So what I'm saying to you, Issa do a great job. I have to give Issa credit, and just like how Issa can done it, I would love the JTA to take a leaf out of Issa book, because why champs can full of crowd like that, and our national chairs cannot get the crowd.
Big question.
You understand?
Big question.
Champs sell out before. Champs sell out before the day, and we cannot get quarter of the crowd. What we have at champs come watch the Jamaican trials. And it's our same top athlete they are coming there. The athletes that were going to champs to see, we don't know anything about them. But these ones we know about them. You have the Asafa Powell, the Usain Bolt, all those big races for everybody coming to see. The stadium should full. I fly down to Jamaica to watch the trials, and when I was at the trials, I couldn't believe when I see the people them that was a few people in the stadium to see the 100-meter finals then. I was shocked. I was shocked when I walk in the stadium. So we need these things when our trials come up. You should just like how they're promoting boys and girl champs. They need to promote it like that. Put it, advertise it a lot, because a lot of person never know. Because it's phone after phone, Jamaica, and find out when the trial was taking place, and my friend sent me a text, and I decided that I booked a ticket to go there. Because I was going to come to Jamaica this weekend to watch the match, but somewhat I see with the football going on, I changed my mind and trying to get a ticket to go to Brussels instead. Because it don't make sense I come down and I don't have it. So I said, you know what, I'm trying to see if I can get a ticket to Brussels to watch the Diamond League over there, because I'm not bad and come.
So you're flying out. You're flying out a morning then?
Yeah. No, I'm not flying out. I'm go back, go back Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday morning. It's just a couple of hours. I could take a ferry and drive, but I can't drive so much hours.
Oh, but what? Today is what? Oh, Tuesday? Yeah, Wednesday.
Today, Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, Wednesday for you, technically, yeah.
So I decided that no, I'm not coming to watch no football at Jamaica. I paid them some money on the ticket and I just canceled. So I'd say, you know what, I'm going to watch the athletics instead. So that's why I was saying to you, but you say you can get the feed, because I don't know all these things, but if you show it, they can block you and so forth. So you have to be careful when
on YouTube. So that's why I don't try to use the feed or.
Mm. But as soon as you reach up to your spot where you need to come on, that's we see you and talk, and then you come and
Yeah,
you have a
man,
show.
definitely. I got a meet and greet, man. So everybody just follow the link and come on video and we see one another. We meet and greet, and yeah, that is in the making.
And first to call in on your show and so forth. But as I said, I just hoping to see that. Okay, you get the list of the names them that running at the Diamond League.
No, I checked today and they were like, we'll update soon, and I'm like, what?
And today today's Wednesday for me, so maybe today.
Yeah,
you cannot wait until Thursday.
I guess.
It all depends on who. It's all depends. I have to hear who coming first before me book my ticket, you know.
Yeah, so
Because
I don't know if they're, because usually even on the like IWF like World Athletics, you just go and you see the entry list, but not seen anything there yet. So I guess I'll check back tomorrow. But names like Sharika's name is there, like being called Fenkeball. But again, you just want to see the list, and you know, with the list too, it can be updated. Yeah.
I see the list before, and then things so, and then you can just then that mean I can just come and see, and then see it, go just get a flight and I jet to Brussels, and then just reach over. But I have to know who running. I want a Shakira coming.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I want to know the athletes that coming. You know, because most of I know the last meet.
In Eugene.
That's the one going to be in Eugene.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one going to be the one to really watch, because I know loads of the athletes going there. Because that's where the diamond they're going to give away.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I know Sharika leading the 200, because I saw that list doing in terms of the diamonds and who leading what. Yeah, I think Sharika leading the 200. So
yeah, well, I know she should lead the 200. And who leading the 100?
I don't remember. Perhaps Palu or Shakari. I don't remember.
Talu ran quite a few 100-meter, you know. So we have to know is the points they go off. So I don't know. But I love Jamaica send a 4x1 relay over there though.
Yeah, because that would be good.
Time, one year me say send a relay with Blake them, you know, but one is send a good relay over there.
So in the 100, okay, so the 100 meters for men, leading is Fred Curley. Then we have the Kenyan athlete Ferdinand. Then Simbini, South African Johan Blake, I see number 4. Well, and Kishane Thompson at number 6, 11 points. I guess that win did a lot for him.
Yeah. Well, maybe they have to. Maybe they will be at Brussels then.
Maybe so.
Because
so Talu is leading for
they want to get the points. They want,
Talu is leading for the female 100 on 32, but Sharika is close behind on 26. So I don't know if Shakari is in the 3rd spot on 24. All right.
Oh, that's close.
So that is very close.
Most likely Talu they're gonna be here then. They're gonna run at this meet and
I guess so because she can't leave that up to
just come and try and make it to the team. So
200 meter Sharika on 24 and Daryl Nita. So Great Britain is close. Well, on 19. So I guess Sharika would want to ensure that she runs. Yeah.
Nita, the close by.
And 800 meters. Who is this? Natalia Gould is in the number 1 spot, but Catriona Bissett, Australia is very close because Natalia Gould has 30 points and the Australian has 29.
Oh,
So that one
okay.
very
So the
close.
win for her the other day was
Yeah,
good.
it was good. Yep. So I
Mm.
guess that
Oh,
was
she
very
married
much,
now, no? She married now have a different name.
yeah, Gould Topping.
Don't tap in here. So if she can settle and run, she running about some because I did tell one name before say in the when she come to the champ, them say, oh, we can get a medal in the 800. We say, don't count on that, because who not going to, when it comes to the championship, she always run bad. I don't know why she run and try to burn out herself like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And she's the
Don't know
kind of
why she
athlete that she has to be leading to. So
yeah,
yeah.
she don't have to lead him because if she can run in 50, 1 minute 57, if she can settle herself and just save back something, because it don't make sense to go to the front and then everybody run past you and stay behind like what's his name? Hassan run.
Okay,
So Hassan run
Asan.
and watch
Yeah.
yeah. So she run and watch her race because she know her speed. So she have that tapping speed. She have tapping speed. So she can just oh my god. But anyway, I appreciate what she
Yeah.
does still, but so oh, bless up to all that in Jamaica. The upcoming one and the
Okay.
one
Okay, let me
that's
see.
retired. Everything
Yeah,
there. Bless them up, man. For
for
them do
sure.
because them Jamaica on the map. All of them from Donald Quarry, all those man from way back when Raymond Short, because we can't forget about Raymond Short. Like Raymond Short used to make it to back in the days to every final. He never medal, but he used to make the medal sometime. But he ever make it to every final. So we have to give him credit for that. That when he always bring the map and put Jamaica on the map, make somebody know say, okay, we have somebody in the 100 meter. Yeah, I have to give him credit. Well, you don't even have to put say anything about Asap and Bolt and those guys, because those guys come bring it to a different level. That's Jamaica now. If you're not winning gold, first time, all Jamaican used to want you to want appreciate when you reach final. Now from them get brought back with gold, oh gosh. You're on silver, they don't even count you when you do that, and that is wrong.
Yeah. I'm
You
looking
must
in the chat
appreciate everyone.
here. I'm looking in the chat here, Soji, and Keisha is saying that the entry list is up now, and it will include Elaine, Dina, Natasha, and Sasha Lee. So just for
Okay.
Keisha, so perhaps that's just for you seen there for the 100.
So why bring her up? Is she sick?
I don't know, not that I know of. And let me see, I missed some comments here. The live nice, let's like it up. Definitely, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Some of these high school athletes. Go ahead, Soji.
Please take time out. Please take time out and come from underneath the bed and come and like up the show.
All right, so some of these high school athletes seem to get complacent when they do well at champs and they do not do well after. And Kiwi saying, yes, so true. Ocherius High uses the public field across the road from them. And more genius is saying some principals want the PE teachers to coach students without compensation. All right, that's another point there. And that goes back to the point, leadership is important. And Brownstone High School has a track team. All right, big up Brownstone. Keisha, big up yourself again. Why don't our colleges and universities give our athletes scholarships and train them locally? We would get better results on the senior level. And Winston, welcome, Winston. Welcome. And Winston is saying the entry list is there now. Shakari currently not in the 100-meter lineup. So this is from the chat here, Soji. Talu leading the 100, next Sharika, then Shakari. And Raja is saying Asha Simit has some points too. Oh, there are other names. Keisha, can you send me the link? Just send it to that WhatsApp number, please. And thank you. All right, so this is Shakari not in there currently.
And that's a good question. The person that said about the PE teacher no compensation, because you're gonna hire a coach from out the road to come and coach your school, and you're gonna pay him X amount of money. So why, if you're gonna want the PE teacher to take their time to do something and you're not giving them an incentive? No, that's wrong. And as a PE teacher, then you cannot. I wouldn't want to do it if I was a PE teacher to if you're doing that, because just like how you're going to pay me to come and coach your school, and I coaching the team, and you're going to pay me how much thousand. If you don't even give the PE teacher the same amount, give him half what you paid a coach.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, and that's a part of it. Some schools, they want people to put in the work for nothing, and it doesn't work like that, you know.
Yeah, well, and they said, congrats to Brownstone to have a track team, so that is good. I think them have a field. A lot of person never know this. Maybe, I don't know if you know, but St. Hilary's supposed to have a field. They are the first school that win girl champs. So they should continue. They should have a track team as a farmer winner. Because they're the first girl school that win champs. You know.
Still in the class, but me still in the class, but me have subject. I'm learning. No.
Yes, they're the first school that win girl champs. And I don't think an Senton school have ever won champs from them. They are the only school from Senton ever won girl champs. So this is how it goes. So all they have to do, they have field, but you see, as you say, leadership to come back with the girls, them and Westwood come to champs and done well already too. Westwood done good, but now this is, as I said, you say leadership. The girls them that time was going real good. So but now I don't know. But the Yard Castles and those schools, they have fields, so they can come and progress better. And that's why school like those, like which them where have to go elsewhere, Boxfield or Discovery Bay, travel far to have their sports and stuff and those things. So you see, a lot of guys back in the days, they used to live from different schools. They have a Marcus Garvey, and the school up in the hills, they have Senton. There are some athletes running there that yes from State Town.
Okay.
To school and they make it to this to character. The guys they make it to the character and make it to the final at the trials. So that is good. They have a girl that was running distance, was doing Google. So all these young tradition school coming up now and young new graded school coming up and doing pretty good. So all they have to do is improve. But the problem I have now, when those athletes come, you have, as you said, this school that see them come and take them away and say, okay, we can give you this, and the parents they said, okay, yes, we can get this, and they send the kids them go. Meanwhile, some of them should just stay at their school, build their school, but then again, some of them they coaching, they go somewhere else to get better coaching to reach somewhere. But sometimes you can't stay at their school and find your goal to beat anyone. You say both never leave.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm going to KCR, old Mazar, or one of these schools. He stay at the school and put his school on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So it goes.
Yeah, always some good points, and me learning this evening. Only for learning Soji, but me not there back at class. No, me there front at class. Me have the subject.
If it's a put more in there, you know, we have back up and go on, because you see, he have a lot of history too, so you know a lot too. So we just put out a lot of things that I cannot remember, he would remember, and then you know sometimes by talking someone remind say something, then you remember, and some other persons and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So well, you have, as I said, you said so much great athlete used to be back then, you know, even when Raymond Short was running that. Yeah, there's so much good 100 meter and some of them you don't even hear people talk about them anymore. Mm.
Yeah. So I guess on Thursday you're going to call, no, Friday you're going to call me and say I'm live from Brussels.
Yeah. So we'll call you and let you know, and then if I want, I can give you a video call and say look around.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see, because I don't even know what time it's going to be my time, but I need to go and look and work that out.
I will find that out tomorrow, because as I said, it's Jamaica. I was going to come in to watch the football match, but I see them going on something with the football, so I say, you know what, for me to waste my money and come down there and come watch and everything there, so you know what, because stay with me and just don't bother, because I don't like they put out a team and then I see a change, I see a different team come up again, so I cannot understand that. So these Jamaican man, they do something sometime. Yeah, put up one team and then the next team going up, calling player that's injured. So we're not talking football now, so we're talking the track and field. So.
Yeah. So what is it like in UK now?
Well, tomorrow they say going to be very hot. Today was at this, there was that. So it's very hot for the time being. So, but not like Jamaica. Because I was in Jamaica, did on my God. I just sweating. I was inside the National Stadium and I'm buying something to drink. So I drink. I have on a Jamaican top and a shorts and my sneakers. And a man come to me and say, "Oh, foreigner," by my say, "Where foreigner?" This man look around. The man said, "Yes, you're tired out. And you come, you know, you're foreigner. You're tired. It's for everybody else to you." Man, they say, because yeah, man say me I tell her, you know, yeah, man, I sweat. I just sweat. Like Jamaica heat is really hard. But no matter where I go, I don't love nowhere like Jamaica. I love Jamaica, man. I just want the people to live good.
That's it.
Jamaica, one of the best place to live. Best place. I love Jamaica really very, very much. That's why if Jamaica in anything apart from Jamaica in there, that's me. Yep, I support my Jamaican athlete, them, footballer, cricketer, anywhere them play, I go in the Jamaican baller, them is the best. Yep. As I said, the schools them now, what I want the school them to do all in the country, try by, you see, corporate Jamaica, help some of the school them, you know.
All right, Soji, you can call back. I think I accidentally ended your call. All right, so call back, Soji, please. All right, Ruben, I'm circling to you until, you know, I hear back from Soji. You can call back, I think. Soji? Okay. You can turn down your feed now. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying corporate Jamaica at the school, and Kaya Jacoban was talking on the next program, said, oh, they can need some more stadium in what I said. it don't make sense Jamaica have more stadium and cannot keep up with what they have. You see, if they have a stadium in, say, Jamaica build, government build a stadium in St. Ann and one in Clarendon for those teams down there and so forth. Like, so the schools them. So what they have to do, say to the school them, this is your responsibility. You guys keep on caring. We will fund, but we will do something to keep up the ground and so forth. Then it can keep up. But if you just build it like that and leave it, it's just going to be turned core pasta. You understand?
Yeah.
You have to have, because the government, they build a cricket stadium in Chilani. What that place is like now.
I heard that it's been used for what? Like, was it Kerry told me? Like, I guess party and events, I guess.
Okay. All that waste of money. Waste of taxpayer money if it's that you do it. Because the show not keep in there. Almost show keep there a year time. That's waste of taxpayer money. The one down in Montego Bay catching all when comics used to run. You cannot run and eat the chat mash up everything. So all that you have, what they should done is say the school of Montego Bay, Cornwall College, Herbert Morrison, all those schools, they come and they take care of it. So all the school they come together and say, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to pay someone to take care of the grounds and I'll keep the surface going. And everything would perfect. You can, a guy if you leave it to the government alone, they have so much thing dealing with, they don't have time for that. Because the track cannot run on, because the other day when Western Champs was keeping, they have it in St. Elizabeth and the grass. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all these things, we should look at that field should never, someone should dare to take care of it. And then is when it's not like that overnight, it's going down, and nothing do towards it. It's going down and everybody talk.
Do you know if states have a track?
No, it's grass. They were running on. No,
okay.
Grass. I watched when turn champs down there and it was grass. Few school have a track. Few.
Wow.
I think Kingston College have one now. And a few school, I know they have one.
Yeah.
So quite a few schools can put it down to, but sometimes because I think it's using but they do the one up UE. And so but sometimes if you have 3-4 athletes can come and go out there and as sponsors, people can get sponsors, but it's can't do all you go about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And you have quite a few companies would sponsor these things like our school and most of these companies, from a school, them willing to give a helping on it.
Yeah, and too, sometimes it's who you know and who know you. That too.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's how you go in the whole world is who you know.
Yeah. Keisha is saying Brownstone High as a field close to the school and another one, I guess, at Addison Park Field. And Kay saying...
Yeah. I know they have Addison Park because once I've come to Jamaica one year and was watching some footballers there and I said, wait, can come and coach these guys need coaching now. A guy named, and one day when we're talking football, I talk about that. So it don't make sense I talk about that. So we're talking athletics.
So talk about football, but wait.
Yeah, as soon, so that time that a person who know who we're talking, as soon as
So maybe Keisha, Keisha maybe is a Brownstone girl because Addison Park Field
Yeah.
is an experience.
I think
Addison
Keisha.
Park.
Yeah, I think Keisha is
Yeah.
in Orchard. I believe Orchard, right, Keisha? Let me know. And Kiwi saying the track wasn't done properly in the first place. I believe that's Trelawney. No, man. No, this is somebody else commenting. No. Winston, the link is perhaps not going to come in the stream here. I think YouTube block links or something to that effect. Yeah, Ocherius Keisha is from there. The grass is better to train on. The schools don't need any track to train on. Grass is better to train on, and you will get less injuries. So that's
well, I don't see that way, Keisha. Maybe what you're saying.
Oh, that's not Keisha. That's Kiwi.
Kiwi, okay. So Keisha is from Orchard.
Yes, Keisha is from Orchard.
She goes school up in Brownstone because what she was saying, because Addison Park was a field where a team them up in Brownstone, they spend a lot of money a lot of money in the 90s and Addison Park, and loads of money they spend up there. And when I really go up and see how they do the feet, I don't see it. They don't take care of. And down in Jackson now, I think what they should done is set up the other old field at Jackson. You have 2 fields down there. But when I look his ass, I see on that field and so forth animal. So I don't know what they should set up.
They're on the track. On your mark, set, boy. They're on the track. Alright.
Yeah, so that's how it goes. So the field, and then you have first time you have a field. Ochi used to have their sports at over Buckfield, and they used to have it by Runes, and then now that they still have some sports on the next side, but I think they build Turkle Park over there now, and now they have it maybe somewhere in Discovery Bay. So
okay,
done by Field.
Keisha is saying her son goes to Brownstone High and he is on the track team. So hello to Keisha's son. Hello to all the track members there in Brownstone.
Yeah, and I wish him good luck. I hope he can be the next Asaf or you said goal. Come win struck goal for Jamaica. Keisha. That is good. All you have to do, Keisha, support your son and stand with him, and he will get there. And believe and tell your son to dream big and think big, and he will get there. Because with confidence, you won the race before it starts. Without confidence, you lost the race before it begins. Self-confidence have a lot to do with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You don't doubt yourself in anything you're going to do. Because that's the only thing I don't do, doubt myself. Like how some person will come up, oh boy, I bad lucky. You say you bad lucky. I don't bad lucky, I'm lucky.
Yeah. And Keisha is saying, thank you, dear soldier, for the encouraging words.
Yeah. No problem, Keisha. Just keep up your work and be a good mother to your son. Yeah, because your son will let you proud. Just don't bother watch and say, oh, your mother never do this for you, your parents never do that for you. No, don't say that to him.
Soldier.
Don't you're being growing up to his wife, Thompson.
Are you familiar with Team Rocket Track and Field Club?
Team Rocket from?
Where is that, Keisha? So I guess she'll type back in the chat soon. She's asking about Team Rocket Track and Field Club. Where is that? And perhaps who is managing that club? Or who is the head coach?
Ask Keisha if you have Police Allen still have this track club that he used to have. He used to bring a lot of guys to Miami Classic
from that side in Ochi, like Ochi from Ochi, she could get in touch with those guys. They used to have a chat club.
Okay, she's hearing you.
Yeah, and I think they was gonna put down a turf down. I think they were putting down a turf down Jack Salin. I don't know if they still put it down there. I would have to talk to the president of Center because he was saying he was gonna put down a turf down there, a running track. You know, that is cool. Them can come down there and train. And I said to him that would be good if you could get that done. Because though he's a football president, if you do something like that, that would be good because he's still doing something to help.
Yeah, she said the club is in Ocherius.
Okay. Well, as long as the club is there and he has somewhere and he's training, that is the greatest thing. So come and go and win at his school, go to champs and win at champs.
Yeah, she said they went to Orlando. They went to Orlando in Florida to run.
Yeah. Okay, them say Miami Classic. It's going on still. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know about because I think a police guy did start that club.
Okay, she's saying that she never heard of, I guess, that the police and the club.
The police all in there, yeah, because those man started from in the 80s. So maybe she might be younger in those times. So I can tell her, yeah, police having started used to take athlete from Firm Court, Yarkestle, Ochi, Marcus, and all the schools from used to take athletes from center. I was trying to develop the center and athlete them.
She's saying she does not know about the field across Turtle River Park. I believe that's what she's saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they used in the 80s they used to have a field across that side. They used to go and train and have sports down there. Because back in those days, the Ochi and Alpha Boys used to have the two best schoolboy band in the island. Person from different schools used to come down to the music with it. I think that man was the best musician in Jamaica, man named Lenny Bird.
Okay.
But you see, some athlete, I remember that guy didn't Errol Gray used to go Clarendon College. Those guys could run, When I say running but he go and turn teacher, and then he I think he was sports master. He teaching abroad now.
Okay. So the name of the coach at this club in Ochi is Mr. Peter King.
Okay. No, they man they still.
Trending sports and entertainment. Welcome. Program nice. Thank you. Thanks for nicing it up with your comment.
Take time out and just like and subscribe, please, guys. Like up the show.
Yes, definitely like and sub. Okay, all right. Let me see what Keisha is saying. I'm saying the club trains, okay, across the field from Turtle River Park beside the Jerk Center.
Room. They said that's how I said it beside if that field is the one beside Runes. That's the field where the school used to have their sports before.
Okay.
Because Runes, yeah. Okay, I know where. Beside Runes is down the bottom, the Jerk Center is up the top, yeah.
Keisha, remember to send me the link, or was trying to share the link. Winston, just text me the link. It's not going to come in on the live. I don't know, YouTube don't allow links. Or if you want to go to the community tab.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, send it on WhatsApp.
Send it on WhatsApp, the number that's up on the chat.
Yeah, send it on WhatsApp, please.
Because Beverly McDonald and those and his brother, they were from St. Mary, Danny McFarlane. Yeah, they was from St. Mary, and you have quite a few guys. You see, because Dan McFarlane, they used for Ochi, and you have quite a few guys from St. Mary back in the days when they were going to school. Don't used to go to school like People and Sinclair and those guys.
Okay, so Keisha is saying here too that the same coach that formerly trained Rohan Watson and Anthony at York Castle, they were a part of the team. Okay, yes, I will send the link. Thank you, Keisha.
Well, that's good. So good to build the team, and you see when you have a couple of good athletes, you can work on them, and build a team. Because you have to start somewhere.
For sure, and even outside of Kingston too, in that geographical area, I guess we need some more, so persons can have, I guess, more access to training.
Yeah, because the guy from States, him doing a good job. I think Shelly's in that camp with the guy from States.
Elite, yeah.
Elite, yeah, that guys from States and doing a good job. And I think this girl down there too from Idel.
Yeah, Kerika. Yeah, Kerika is there. Yeah, Kerika, yes. Kemba. Who else? They're elite. There are quite a few elite athletes are there.
So some person can just come and start something, and once you come in and you just burst out of the block and have one good athlete, then you have a lot of person going to come to you.
Yeah.
So
Althea, welcome. You're just coming back from church. Yes, Walcott for sure. Hello to all the people there in Lincoln. Althea, you come on so late when we're about to wrap up. But thanks.
What's one link? Two Lincoln, let me know. And you have one center and one in Manchester.
Manchester, Lincoln, she's from.
Okay. That's about Hatfield side, yeah.
But we're happy that you're here, Althea. Just do you don't like, share, and I guess you subscribe already. But Althea, I didn't see your church family come over yet, at those the congregation in the subscription. Althea, talk to me.
And she name Keisha, please send the link to a lot of your friends. Let me know what you as Keisha. Because I sent it to some guys down that side in Ochi. I sent it to some guys in exchange Ochi, Buckfield. I sent it all over in St. Ann, Kingston, Manchester, America, Canada, Brussels, my friend named in Brussels. Send it to some friend I meet in Hungary. So only hope maybe they can text the guy face. If some of them come and talk, you're not going to understand them at all, my friend.
we get the interpreter. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, we just listen, we don't know, we just listen. All right.
Yeah, they can type in, they can write English.
No problem. Yeah, that's fine. Althea saying he was a part of, and that's socially known. And you say you're listening long time. Okay, Althea, big up to you. All right. So guys, do you have anything else to share in the chat before we wrap this one up?
Yeah. Then next I'm going to go and run.
Okay.
Guys, 4 o'clock now. So next hour I'm going to run.
So you sleep already, Soji?
Yeah.
You sleep already?
Yep. Sleep and get up.
Okay.
Go do some extra. Yeah, we go swim. When we come talk to him, we go swim. We go swim and come back.
Okay.
Now what happened now when they light out from 4 o'clock, but it's coming down to autumn now, so it's getting dark.
Yeah.
Normally 4 o'clock would be bright and sun by 4:30 sun will be coming up, but now 5 o'clock is still kind of dark. So come next week,
Yeah.
next week you'll see sun. God, what I would say now. Next week 6:30 still dark, and by 5 o'clock is night. When it comes in
Yeah.
October, by 4 o'clock is night.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
In
like
the
I
summer,
get
in the
long.
sun,
Yeah,
in the
man.
summer, in the sun back here until 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's getting dark, so so now I have to stay longer because I'm not going to run in the dark.
Okay. But
Mhm.
rest up is good too. So that's good.
Yep, I have to do that. So, well, I hope when I come to champs, I see you with a mic inside the stadium doing some announcement on your channel. You build it that way that you can come and because when you build, and you need and like you wanna some meat you can bring some meat you can show it live on your channel. But like boys and girl champs, I don't think you can show it live and the feed.
Yeah,
Unless
because the
you
license. Yeah.
the license, yeah, because sometimes TV alone have right to show it.
Yeah.
You can watch it on one spot media at that time.
Yeah.
But some chat meet you can show it, and then some football match if you have something the JFF will give person live to show it.
Yeah, guys, that's why we need the numbers. So when we go and talk to them, they see the numbers so they don't, say no. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe. That is definitely important for us to
Yeah.
expand and grow bigger and better together. All right.
Yeah, send it to some corporate Jamaica person to to watch it, So and that's why I said to you that time when your thing come up on it, when you reach to the amount a person where you can put up certain thing like you can get they put in like donation and support on your channel. Super chat.
Yeah, we want the subscription, guys. And we want you to share, and watch. And for sure, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. We're almost there.
Yeah, man, when you get there and you can put up a super chat, then you will see all this channel will continue to grow more and more. Yep. So we get in there. So as time, as I said, just take time free. We don't want to run too fast like crab and
No, son. You can imagine soldier me go run one little race and get injured. I can't run no more.
No, we don't want that. Don't want that.
Yeah. So we are putting the training, we are putting the work, and yeah.
I don't hear support more tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe do
funny.
hear
So perhaps tomorrow. Yeah.
tomorrow, might
Yeah.
because I'm so good, staff and those men come in the show and them thing there. Pick up to yourself, Mr. Power Staff for Power. That's up to you.
Yeah, for sure.
They come in and bless your base today, which is good.
And that was awesome. Yep. That was awesome.
Yeah, so what time now in Jamaica now? 5 past 10?
Yeah, around 8 past 10. Yeah. In Jamaica. Yeah.
So when I get the thing, I just send the link to me, me see before me make up my mind if when I do Thursday. I have to see the field before me go look,
Let me see. Keisha is saying that she just sent me the link.
Just tell me one way see that. Okay, later on we can just book a ticket.
All right. Okay, Keisha. I think this is you. You sent me pictures. Could not send. So just copy and paste the link in the chat. But I'm going to share this with you, Soji. Oh, somebody on Twitter. Okay, somebody on Twitter shared. But usually they have it up on their page. I'm going to send these screenshots to you. It's from Twitter. I don't know.
Then I can't upmeet.
Yeah, it's photos, but I don't know it's Travis Miller. So Keisha is sending me. So I'm just going to send you. It's from Twitter. So usually it's on like the Diamond League page, whatever, but not seeing it there yet. So I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with you. So you'll get it. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna send the link. Okay. Awesome, Keisha. Thank you so much. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. So as always, thank you so much for taking over the class and leading the class. And
no problem, anytime.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Really appreciate all your knowledge, for sure. I really appreciate it.
Only more knowledge.
And football season soon start, people. So pretty much when D Cup start, I need to check the schedule. But I'm a country girl, so I'm a D Cup kind of girl, all right? D Cup and
I pay both D Cup and Panning Cup, so no worries.
All right, good. And then again, these new ones, but we'll see. I'll see who comes, and we'll see. But we have with school already. We have with school already. We carry from country, right? All right. You still see country people like come out, man. Hey.
Yeah, man. Who you bringing to in that Cup?
What am I bringing? All right. I'm gonna tell you some teams, right? Not because they're good or bad, but here are my teams. So I have CC, Glenmuir, and I like Chester. I like Chester. And I'm going to carry my one Central High School. Just because they're underdogs.
In Cup, one school. Dintil all the way.
Okay, yeah, Dintil. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Manning Cup, Wolmer's all the way. Win or lose.
Win or lose. All right, Wolmerian.
Yeah, and then I used to coach Ochorea's high school team, so OCI, I'm going to cheer for them too.
All right, you see, you can imagine we start talk football. All right.
Yeah.
And Keisha is saying, okay, I see that smiley face. I see that emoji, Keisha. And Altia is saying, what's your team? Altia, is it Chester your team? Chester. Last question.
I always keep
Keisha, I think Keisha was saying that she's a track and field girl.
Okay, she not do some football, okay.
D-Cup, nice, man. There can you pat cover and thing on a match. D-Cup, nice.
D-Cup the nice back in our time, man. When back in the days when they have Dintil Firm Courts Clash and Clarendon College and Dintil with Wayne Wonder, oh my God. Wayne Wonder, Paul Newman Clash.
Altia, CC is your team. All right. True Blue, Color Red, All right. We'll see.
CC, the good man. CC was a good team.
CC is strong. And there's this guy, I don't know if he's coming back, Carnegie from Chester. Me like him as a player. He have talent.
But Steve Clarendon College star baller, and watch them come take him from,
All right, so we have to start this another day. We're not start this now.
Not start it now. We're with the pan track and field for this week, man. No football,
no football yet, but yeah.
We can mix it up with football like on Jamaica national team playing. It's not playing Friday, so you can
we can probably mix it a little, and talk a little bit for sure. We
Let us
see how
see
the
that.
yeah, we see how the timing. Yeah, yeah.
Two set of first that can show and build the show.
Yep. All right.
Yes,
I
yes, yes. Have a good night. Yeah, man. Bless up you and your family.
thank you, Soji, and blessings right back to you over there in the UK.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, take
All right,
care.
guys, and chat, Tisha and the rest of our family. Best up on yourself all on the chat because we are one family.
For sure. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I'm out.
All right, Soji. We'll talk soon. So that's Soji there. As always, just sharing some, good information with us. And sometimes I wonder, Soji, you're so knowledgeable. We're gonna run up the platform, because sometimes we want to see you go to Jamaica there and they might give you some something for heroes there, one of them something, the recognition. Yes, we're gonna run up the platform. All right. So Altair saying CC alone can cool Rossies over the years. Go get a little sleep now, Soji. That's from Altair there, Soji. And Keisha is saying, I just remember to say my son actually graduated from the school this year. Unfortunately, the team didn't get to go to champs. Okay, so he just graduated from Brownstone. Oh. But he'll continue to do well. I guess that's why he's a part of the club now and training. So we're sending him all our best. And we are hoping that, he'll have a successful career in track and field if that is what he wants. Yeah. All right, guys, thanks a lot for coming over. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for sharing in the chat. Thanks for calling. Guyana called, Rurian, Soji. Big up on yourself, and see blessings there. Bless up Soji from Trending Sports and Entertainment every time, all the time, every single day. Blessings to each and every one, on this platform, whether you're here now or you're going to tune in later and listen to this conversation. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for calling. Thank you for all your support. Really appreciate it. And soon, we're creeping, until we start walk and till we can run up some numbers. And for sure, it's going to be bigger and better as we grow together. All right. So again, just to wrap it up to say, I guess Kishane Bigger Thompson is no really mystery. All right. He does have a track record. He attended, Garvey Maceo High School back there in Clarendon, Jamaica. And, he has been participating in champs, so central champs, boys and girls champs. We have seen him on the international and local scene, running at the 100 and 200 meters. And so it's not after getting this information, it should not come as a surprise that, he's doing well. But perhaps we missed him because he was pretty much under the radar. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Raja, bless up to you. Keisha, good night. Okay, that's his dream for sure. And we want to wish him all the best on that, Keisha. And we want to follow his progress, Keisha. Would love to talk to him now, because later it's going to be so difficult to get an interview. So I want to talk to him now. And then we hear from him, as he progresses over his career, right to, Olympics, World Championships. For sure. We want to be a part of his journey. All right, Keisha? Rurian, do you have any final words you'd like to share?
Oh yes, I just want to congratulate you on the great job that you're doing with this channel.
Thank you.
And
Thank you too.
Yeah, I'm just so informed with the information that you shared about Mr. Mr. Thompson there, and we wish him all the best. I am just thinking to myself, how fast can this guy go? Because I think Steve will have something up his sleeve there, and you know, can't wait to see what this young man unravel his full potential. Hopefully he'll stay injury free so we can see the best of him. But just want to say thanks to everybody who came and participated. Soja, as usual, came out with his books and wealth of knowledge and shared so eloquently today again. And before I go, I want to say there's something special about Clarendon, and as it relates to the athletes. I don't know. Clarendon is one of the parishes that tend to produce a lot of good athletes, and that's something that I'm recognizing. So I guess it's no
There's no
it's no
mystery.
surprise. No surprise that he's from Clarendon. So yeah. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I'm happy that he is in Stephen's camp and Stephen knows how to manage, things like those. And I was saying to myself when I saw him, and just the fact that his alias is bigger, I kind of get a softer feeling from him in terms of his stature and the muscles. Just even though he's a bit taller than Asaf, I'm thinking that he kind of resembles, not resemble, but that stature is
Like the
is is
posture.
is the same, is similar. But nothing but the best for him. Nothing but the best for this channel and this platform, and for all these people who have come over and supported and stayed. It's just a blessing. It's just a good thing. It's just a good vibe. It's something that seems to be addictive because every night it's up and running, and we're coming in to get our little dose of this wonderful thing. So let us keep it going. Let us invite somebody so that we can have this platform growing, and so we can enjoy and express ourselves in a safe space. So just want to say good night to everyone. Have a good time. Probably it's not night where everyone is, but have a good time, and see you or talk to you next time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rurian, for sharing there. Again, trying to wrap up here on the voices in education. All right, I'm just looking in the chat here, and Alte saying, get him a good, genuine coach and he will make it. Elaine could hardly make the track team for champs when she was at Manchester. Look at her now. And Keisha is agreeing there. All right, guys. So once again, thank you so much for making this another great conversation. All right. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next live. Remember to like, share, hit that subscription button, and turn on your post notification and tap select all so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. I guess we'll talk tomorrow about, expectations and, words of encouragement going into Brussels. So stay tuned, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Blessings and love, and take care, everyone. Again, we'll talk soon. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you can listen to the different voices in education. Stay tuned.